not do anything.
She wanted them to belong.
She wanted to help them. That's what I thought. And I think deep down they themselves they want to be cool.
Well, they just want to feel like comfortable
Yeah,
and
exactly.
accepted.
And I
you
think
know.
Fiona has that strength to bring them together.
But they were also, I think, and it helps that they're working toward a common goal.
Exactly.
I mean, that's sort of the thing. They would be like practicing instead of like trying to figure out a way to sneak out or come up with masks. They were like practicing for like the talent show at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And they were all similar people. I think they wanted to show. I think they wanted to show the rest of Loveboat how they are also capable of putting up a good show or being.
Maybe defensive. Because I
Defensive.
think they probably had to be defensive their whole lives against like the bullies or the cool kids who criticize them. Perhaps.
Suddenly, and I think part of it is like they get suddenly by having the bus and then winning certain things and like having this sort of spirit, they suddenly they're empowered, and they're like, oh, the counselors like us, and so it's like we don't need to be. Who cares about everyone else?
Yeah.
And so
I
like
think
they
it's
also
the
became.
fact that they never felt this sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
empowerment.
power. I mean, it's just
Empowerment.
like, and then when they have that power, they don't. I mean, and it's like just
I
like
mean,
any group.
became this power, especially after they won
The singing contest,
singing
yeah.
contest.
Yeah.
For once, they were on top. They were the leaders.
Yeah.
In a sense, but that's what they felt.
Well, they've always, you know, and they're not just
In a sense.
They suddenly have been recognized as that, and then, you know, I mean, it's like and this is why like
It
I'm
breeds
always,
cockiness.
yeah, I'm always sort of like wary of groups in general. Is when groups get together, there's a tendency to become less flexible, less sympathetic to others who are outside of your group, because you have everything you need there. It's just like, all right, you know, screw everyone else. And anyone that threatens any kind of unity or your group is sort of like, I mean, it's very caveman, but
Yeah.
like you want to like defend and you know you pull out your whatever your club.
That makes sense.
No, Bus D actually I thought was like really
Really-
surprisingly unclicky.
Yeah,
Like
it
we
really
were all
was.
pretty like just whatever. Like there's like that group, there's this group, there's a few people like that, and so it's just like
But
whatever.
we were all very respectful towards each other.
Yeah, it surprised me. I
nice.
thought it was going to be pretty rowdy on
Yeah.
the bus.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't one really different person there. Like everyone had like a couple people they could are
Show
similar,
it, yeah.
and so like there was no like one lone person you can just be like that person.
What I heard what happened was they were choosing a bus leader, and everybody's like Gary, but obviously Gary had to leave. So Gary was like, okay, I can't do this, screw it. So they had to choose another bus leader. But nobody really wanted to be bus leader, so
But C was kind of polarized from what I hear. Like, you know, the back didn't like the front, and you know, they would call them mean things.
yeah.
So
That's what happened.
it just happened to be the most polarized bus, and then we're like, I don't know.
I find E has pretty good chemistry. That's my opinion. Like Conrad, Pearson, and whatnot. Because I actually hung out with them before Loveboat. We were in Taipei beforehand, and both of them they have both very good characters. And they're sort of like the life of Bus E. In my opinion. They bring it alive, and generally people tend to like it.
I feel like E had a lot of good spirit.
Yeah, they have good spirits. No, they're always like Bus E, Bao Yu, Bus E, Bao Yu. A lot of like big guys with big voices
Yeah.
on that bus.
For me, like the singing contest was an easy. If I was a judge, it would be an easy decision in the first place. I just picked a bus that's most entertaining to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the whole point of performance. As an ex-musician, you know, you don't when you do competitions, like someone who's technically the most proficient isn't necessarily going to win.
We had the most heart.
Yeah, you have to have the most. Like, the whole point of performing is to communicate and really reach other people. And I felt like we definitely had the most spirit. But it came down to who I think the counselors liked better, or maybe because you know maybe they thought, oh, you know, Busty. Like,
Well, it
think about
depends how you
many-
want to grade it. If you want to
Yeah.
grade like the whole bus, I think we should have gotten it. If you want to grade performance-wise, Bus A would have gotten it. But Bus A, it was a one-man job. It wasn't a group. It wasn't a group thing.
Right.
It wasn't one man. Like basically it was Fiona telling okay do da 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 da, and everybody just like was robots who were following.
Yeah,
That
and
was
you could
it.
tell the chemistry, or they didn't have a lot of excitement. They didn't look like they were excited to be there.
I think for our bus bus D, was everybody sort of has their own ideas, and we just custom molded to suit everybody's. Bus D was most of the time pretty excited to do all those shows, except for the last show because we were all pretty tired,
Yeah.
and it was quite last minute. But the idea was good, so we sort of like winged it at the end, and it was a good success. I found for Bus D. Obviously, I mean, just people on Bus D that didn't work as hard or didn't always participate and whatnot, but we all managed to get everyone in together, and in the end, we told people shut up, listen, do this, do that. We forced some people to participate, and in the end, they loved it. I'm sure they did.
Well, it became a truly like team sort of
Well, it
cooperative
was
effort, you know.
Team spirit.
Yeah,
teamwork.
because it wasn't just like one person. Like
Yeah.
Julie was a good leader, but what she did well was like let us like help get like sort of govern ourselves. Sort of.
Exactly.
And I mean, we had a good group that was just sort of like a lot of people wanted to have fun, but also were like also like had the sort of maturity to say like, all right, like this will actually be more fun if like I just like get on board this way.
I was able to obtain permission through OCAC, but the cooperation with the government agency directly handling students was, I felt like starting from the director, Lanjie, down, they didn't really know how to handle the situation. Like they thought that this documentary or this camera would cause tons of problems to students. So like from the very first day, the orientation, they were just like, don't make an announcement, it's going to cause tons of problems, and like that obviously created this misunderstanding in the very beginning where people mistook me for a counselor, which like you see, like when I went on this trip in 2000, there was no digital cameras back then, or not, like people weren't really using them yet, so there wasn't this culture where the counselors are like trying to catch the students for sneaking out. So anyways, that took me by surprise that following people to the club the first night, that they would go, hey, is that guy trying to catch us? Like I had really no idea. Like a lot of people are like, they're upset that you're filming them going to the club, and I'm like, why would they be upset? Like that's what going to Loveboat is all about. But anyway, that was just a miscommunication in the beginning. But by the 10-day tour, I was not too happy with the camp in general, with a lot of people not really appreciating what I'm doing and just saying, who's that creepy guy, But I made myself go, and then as I got to know people better, then I felt better about what I was doing, because I could tell that like people got used to me, and then they were like looking forward to seeing the DVD and stuff like that. So now I feel overall it was a positive experience, despite tons and tons of problems with Zhou Guochuan, and unfortunately, I have a very bad relationship with the counselors and the directors now, because of there's a lot of little things with them not really wanting to meet the needs of the documentary, as well as me like sort of apparently siding with the students to try to get them to go sneak out because I want to get good footage. That's apparently the motive of the documentary didn't go over well with the counselors or the people on the staff side either.
But I know there was a lot of people like thinking, oh, he's gonna film. I'm not gonna get demerit for this and stuff like that. So yeah, people were worried. But after a while, I think most people accepted it, and you also talked to more people in Loveboat, and you explained to them how they figured out, oh, okay, it's good. It's a documentary for us. Probably get a DVD at the end. Good memories.
Yeah, I just
like
think
in the end, I'm pretty sure most of the Loveboaters, they were like, yeah, it's Jason cool guy, but doing this filming thing. But I don't know if the counselors got it or if OCAC got the
Counselors
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unless you explain it to them.
Yeah, I didn't explain to
Yeah,
them. I think I
that's-
just argued with them.
Yeah.
They don't
so
like you.
Yeah, but I think it was just like in general impression of like me like
I think it's just
I think that they're just being uptight about it. I mean, your job is to get close to the students.
when I said like, no, come on, like take it easy on Derek, you know, like just it's like Gary's last night, like they're really close friends, like just look the other way. You know, I said that, and then he threatened me the next day over, you know, over lunch. He's like, do you want me to like I got. It was really ridiculous what he said. I have audio recording of you saying that on my cell phone or my camera. Do you want me to show it to OCAC and have them like, you know, prove? I can prove to them that you're instigating students to break the rules on this trip. And I was just, yeah. He threatened me like that, and I was like, I thought that was totally, I don't know what you
But
call it.
that is so Taiwan. Though. That is so Taiwan. Honestly.
So he's got evidence on me.
No, that's how they solve problems. That's pure Taiwan. Blackmailing, like all these like
Power
really
struggle.
cheap,
Tricks.
underhand shots. That is Taiwan for you. Like I noticed because like my parents grew up here. That's what they told me. Like be careful. Everybody looks nice on the surface, but local like all the Taiwanese they're not. They're not that.